You know that feeling you get? Maybe you got it when you were a kid. Maybe it's happened to you since you were an adult. But it's that feeling that you're just not good enough. That there is something about you, the way you dress, the way you smell, the way you think, who you're friends with, who you're not friends with, whatever it is. Sometimes there's that feeling that you simply do not belong. I know I felt that way. There have been moments in my life when I felt that I wasn't good enough for whatever reason to be a part of what was happening. And it was awful. One of the worst feelings in the world. So, because of this, I've been doing a lot of thinking when it comes to exclusive versus inclusive. Straight up and honestly, some churches and organizations are exclusive. You have to do this or be that or not drink this or not eat that in order to be a part of it. That's their prerogative. They can decide that if they want. But for me and my house, inclusivity is the way to go. That means people can come as they are, as they dress, as they smell, with what they think and who they are. I want to be a place where people feel not only accepted and included, but welcomed and appreciated. And that's a big responsibility. There are a lot of things to think about when you want to have a place that is inclusive. Believe me, it is much easier to be exclusive. The first thing is, in order to be inclusive, you're going to have to get comfortable with, you're going to be uncomfortable. Yes, you need to be comfortable being uncomfortable. People are not robots. People don't think and act in the same way all the time. People are going to say things and do things that are going to make you rethink this inclusivity stuff. Like, would God really accept someone after they did all of that stuff? And the answer is yes. Always yes. Always. 2, you must be open to new ideas. God is always trying to help us understand more of who God is. And those opportunities come in new ideas, new forms, new everything. If you're not open, those opportunities to know God in a new and interesting way will pass you by. Doctrine and Covenants 161 4b says, embrace the blessing of your many differences. Differences create opportunities to learn and they enrich everyone's journey. Oh, and I got a little secret for you. You know those churches where everyone speaks in the same way, everyone dresses the same way, and everyone believes in exactly the same way? They're boring. You will never have to grow if you aren't challenged by the differences in others. Never. And who never wants to grow? Finally, and this is a big one, this is a hard one. You must make a commitment to yourself to change if there is something unwelcoming about you. If you don't do this, it is one surefire way to kill inclusivity. One important way that we can do this as a community is to commit to using inclusive language. Inclusive language means that we use language that welcomes, not language that pushes people away. We allow people to show and tell us who they are rather than us telling them who they are. We encourage people to be their full and authentic selves in our community rather than having them to conform to a way that we feel comfortable. When people feel comfortable enough to be exactly who they are, they can be freer to become exactly who God calls them to be. And that, as a community of Christ, that should be our ultimate goal. So there you have it. 3 not so easy, but also easy steps to inclusivity. 1, be comfortable with being uncomfortable. 2, be open to new ideas, to differences. And 3, make a commitment to change if you are unwelcoming in any way. Boom. There you have it. Oh, and so you want some scripture to back this up? Okay, I gotcha. Back to Doctrine and Covenants 161, 3a. Open your hearts and feel the yearnings of those who are lonely, despised, fearful, neglected, unloved. Reach out in understanding, clasp their hands, and invite all to share the blessings of community. Could we, can we create this community where all are welcome, worthy, and loved? I hope so. And I hope that you join me on that journey. As usual, I'm super excited to hear what you think about what I said. Feel free to leave a comment, to like, to share.